There's a lot of people here that I'd really like to acknowledge. It's old friends and you. You're surrounded by sustainability gurus, and I really hope you enjoy each other's company today. There's some amazing, amazing people here that are making a huge difference. And one of our VIPs obviously is Rick, our CEO, so I'll let him speak and tell you about our strategy.
Kia ora, Carolyn. No mai, haere mai, whakatau mai, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Kia ora mai tātou katoa. Look, the warmest of warm welcomes to each and every one of you, to a distinguished guest, Deputy Mayor, Penny Hoss. Thank you so much, Penny, for making your time available to come be with us again, to Unitec Council member, Alistair Carruthers, and to, as Carolyn said, our collection of sustainability gurus, friends, Unitec staff, whānau, warmest of welcomes. The foundations of our One Planet strategy, it's about making sure that everything on the earth is here for future generations to come. So we're very proud to launch the One Planet living strategy. We're excited to be the first in New Zealand to adopt this framework. And this is the second iteration of our sustainability strategy. And as part of our overall transformation as an organisation, a really important next step about making sure we're here for the long haul to support the students, the enterprises and the community of Auckland. We've made a strong commitment to sustainable education and operating sustainably. Unitec became a signatory of the UN Declaration on Sustainable Practices in Higher Education Institutions back in 2012. The One Planet framework was developed in the UK and is being used by a growing number of businesses, developers and communities across the world. It's based on 10 simple but tough to achieve principles of sustainability. These are all about reducing our greenhouse gas emissions and environmental footprint in a way which supports nature, equity, culture and community. We all know that the evidence for climate change is compelling and overwhelming, and that even with significant action, there's still massive risks if we cannot adapt and mitigate the impacts of climate change. And in fact, that failure to mitigate and adapt to climate change was identified by the World Economic Forum at Davos in 2016 in their Global Risks Report as the biggest economic risk facing humanity. This is a really significant statement from the World Economic Forum, because it no longer places the context of it's the environment or it's the economy. It's saying they are fundamentally intertwined and intermingled. So for us to prepare our students for a sustainable future, we need to make sure that we embed into our programs, into our curricula, the ability to gain the knowledge and skills necessary to work in a world that is responding to the effects of climate change and to help support the creation of a low carbon future. And so it's a fundamental part of our DNA. We have to see this as a core part of our educational offering for the future. And it's not just us thinking this. 80% of Gen Y are looking for, Gen Y now learners are looking for green collar jobs. I think the millennials are even higher, or jobs where they can make a difference. And evidence in our 2015 student survey, we found that our students were more likely to actually recommend study at Unitec to others when their study involved courses or programs which included sustainability principles and practices. And in fact now and also if we think about the fact that over a third of our students are studying in learning pathways that are involved in designing, building or managing the built environment. And we know that the built environment has such a massive impact, potentially positive or negative, on the environment. And again, it's a massive part of what we do. So helping to our students to learn how to operate sustainably, empowering them as kaitiaki, environmental guardians, whatever profession they enter, is part of the One Planet commitment. Alongside ourselves practicing what we preach through sustainable operations of our own campus and our own development. So we've committed to reduce our carbon emissions by 50% by 2030. And over the next 10 years, as we undertake the massive consolidation and upgrade of our campus here at Mount Albert, all of the new buildings and refurbishments that we do will be designed to significantly improve our energy efficiency, make sure we're designing in sustainable transport options, reducing water consumption and waste production, at the same time as making sure we increase the biodiversity on the site. And by making a big commitment to carbon zero as an organisation, we're joining a global movement towards creating a new low carbon future and join the vast number of organisations doing this globally. So we've selected carbon and waste targets to support also Auckland Council's commitments. As part of the C40 Cities Climate Leadership Group, Auckland has joined over 75 leading cities working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and climate risk. And so we are part of the city, so we have to support the city on that journey. And over the next 5 years, Unitec, in addition to the redevelopment of our Mount Albert campus, will be investing nearly $500,000 in sustainability demonstration projects to enable teaching and research with a strong focus on renewable energy and sustainable transport. This includes a 50 kilowatt solar array and renewable vehicle technology, including electric vehicle charge points, potentially a hydrogen plant for anticipating a hydrogen future, and we hope to get ourselves our own autonomous vehicle to play with as soon as we possibly can. And me being an unreconstructed petrol head, that's going to be so much fun. So this is part of our journey, part of our commitment, and seeing that we're weaving this into the fabric of what we do. We're not seeing our environmental strategy as sort of something that sits on the side, but it's core to our DNA. So thank you, each and every one of you, to come along to celebrate the launch. We know we've got a lot of hard work ahead of us, that achieving these targets will be very difficult, it will take a lot of focus. But the key thing is, again, is that we have no option. It's what we must do. And I would like, before we finish, to acknowledge this wonderful, wonderful person, Carolyn Cox, who led us on this journey towards the One Planet strategy, who motivated, inspired, and drew together a bunch of willing staff from across Unitec to help us to get us to where we are today. So Carolyn, thank you very much.